Good morning. Going here. Hello and welcome back. If you're just joining us, my name is Hun. My channel is all about making better coffee at home. Welcome to my live streaming. So I've been doing live streaming for the last 6 months or so. The reason why I really love doing the live streaming because the fact is, obviously, this is not unedited, and that also I don't have any scripts. Okay, I just kind of like talking to you right in front of you, kind of like talking to my friends, talking about coffee. I mean, if you guys like this kind of format, please subscribe my channel. If not, check out my also edited version of my videos as well. So I have plenty of that. Anyway, this morning I'm going to talk to you about espresso. Okay. Over the years, I always say like espresso, but you guys correct me that it's called espresso. So that was fun for a while. Okay, but how many of you out there really enjoys the espresso in the morning? Okay, please let me know in the comment. Okay, I love to hear from you. And if so, what is your favorite coffee beans? Because it's all about the beans. And then once you pull the perfect shot and drink the espresso, and wow, this is great. Unfortunately, I have not found that one perfect coffee beans yet. Getting close, but I have not found the perfect coffees. So I mean, that is my goal for this year. Hopefully, we are going to find the coffee beans, and then we are going to dial in my Breville machines. I have a Breville Barista Express and Pro. So because not most of us, we can afford to buy really high-end coffee machine. But I mean, if we can find the coffee beans, if we can dial in like entry-level machine like this, I think we are doing. If we find the beans like that, I think we are doing pretty good. Anyway, so this morning I'm going to be using. Let's try two beans. I'm going to be using Good Brothers coffee here. It's called Uganda Bujisu. Okay, the tasting note is the raisin, fig, and cocoa. So whenever coffee roasters come up with this tasting notes, they're usually getting from the grower. They give you kind of like initial the tasting notes, and the roasters, they are fine tuning it and get the most out of that flavor. Okay, so this morning let's try the Uganda one and also see how it goes. And then I'm going to follow by Mirror Coffee from Washington. So this is a very light roast, and tasting note is completely different. Blueberry and jammy. Jammy means kind of like jam flavor, so completely different process. They're again completely different taste. So let's start with let's start with Uganda coffee. Okay, I already measured that 21 gram. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna be using bottomless portafilter as well. So show you guys what good extraction look like or bad. Okay, it all depends, and I have no idea. So hopefully we're gonna go through, get some decent shot here. Meantime, I'm gonna warm up my cup. Okay, there we go. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday morning. All right, let's get going. By the way, I'm using the single dose modification from. So this one is from a friend from Singapore that come up with this device. Unfortunately, this is a prototype. It does not fit underneath exactly. So you cannot use from the underneath my counter there. So I have to pull it out like this. So, but he's going to come up with a better version of it. Hopefully next few months. So since we are using the bottomless portafilter, I want to be precise as possible. So this is a puck rake. I'm just going to distribute properly. I mean, you don't have to do this. I mean, if you're using like a spouted portafilter, but if you're using bottomless, just make sure to declump everything, okay? I know this is a little tedious process, but hopefully it's gonna worth it. Hopefully it's gonna be worth it doing it. Okay, I'm just going to declump everything here properly. Okay. Looks pretty good. I'm just gonna distribute. And again, the temping pressure, just consistent every time, okay? It doesn't need to be 30 pounds or 15 pounds or 20 pounds, just consistent every time. So I'm using the filter baskets. This is the aftermarket part. Plenty of space still, okay? So I bet you I can put, so this was 21 gram. If you guys like more coffee, you can even do like 23 gram as well. So let's pour the shot. Comes to ratio wise. So what is good ratio? People ask me that all the time, okay? It's all up to you. It's all up to you based on your taste. So just figure it out like 1-to-2 ratio, 1-to-3 ratio, just play with it and then find the coffee you guys like, okay? So I mean, that's the great thing about making coffee from home, because this is your coffee, okay? And you know what, make, you know, whatever you want. I'm gonna shout out to Mike and Mary for the super chat there. Okay, I'm just going to pull the shot, and I'm gonna start time my shot when I start the button. And then comes the extraction time. Man, I like to be around between like 30 and 35 seconds on my barista machine. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hopefully we're gonna get some beautiful shot here this morning. About 5 or 6 second pre-infusion there. Shot looks pretty good. Yeah, I have to say. Good shot. No channeling. Pretty good. All right, so comes to time-wise. I'm shooting for 40, around 40 gram. So this is, actually this is as good as get, okay? This is good as get. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, beautiful dark crema. Look, is that tiger stripe? People always say about the tiger stripe a lot, but yeah, looks pretty good. So let's give it a taste. Let's give it a taste. So I got my first setup here. I got my beautiful cup from Not Neutral. Smells great. I'm just gonna stir it well. So again, so whenever you are tasting something, try this. Think about the tasting notes. Okay, this one, raisin, fig, and cocoa. And just make sure, hopefully we're not, so this is not bitter or sour. Cheers, everybody. Okay, definitely cocoa for sure. Raisin, yep, definitely raisin. It's pretty good, pretty smooth. Okay, is that one of my favorite drink? Not really. Okay, I mean, kind of like drinking espresso is like acquired taste, just like drinking wine. And I know some people are out there, you know, looking forward to that next coffee, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys really love espresso? Yeah, I would love to hear from you, because this is good, but it's not like wow, okay? Because I want the wow factor. I mean, I really want that. But this is very pleasant, okay? Comes to dialing, we got really lucky this morning. I think, yeah, the shot was great, well balanced. It's a really good shot. But you know what? Let's do one more shot, okay? So this time, I'm gonna be using Ethiopia coffee beans. Let's see here, Ethiopia, very bright. So this is more for like a pour over method, okay, like filter coffee. It'd be really great at great, but I'm really looking forward to trying on this one. But this time around, I'm gonna be using my niche grinder, okay? Let's use a niche. Comes to grinder setting, you know what? I have no idea. I'm just gonna give it around, let's see here, maybe like 17 or 18 on setting. And then I'm gonna be using about 23 grams on this one because this is a lighter roast. And since I'm using the IMS filter baskets, because I want to, fill it as much as I can. So let's do that. So I'm gonna be using about 23 grams. So hopefully we are going to taste some, it's completely different this time. Okay. So we're gonna do 23 grams here. You know what? Smells day and night difference as well. So this one is the blackberry, is the tasting notes, blackberry. So I got 23 grams. I think we're gonna do direct dosing method. Okay. Let's do that direct dosing.
Do you prefer a handmade cork tool or the Amazon one?
Comes to my tools, I really like the handmade, the puck rake. Okay, someone asked me about this. I really like this one because, so this is an Amazon one, looks wonderful, but comes to it, I don't know. I mean, something about making your own tool. Yeah, I prefer that over. Okay. So let's do direct dosing. But meantime, I'm going to change my water temperature, okay, since we are using the lighter roast, because I want to be the hottest possible. So I'm going to go +4 on the coffee machine, +4. I'm just going to, okay. So again, you know what, the niche grinder does a better job than, Breville for sure, but I don't know. I've been tasting, both coffee grinders for the last couple of years. They're pretty close. Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, I'm just gonna distribute well. Okay, looks pretty good so far. I'm just gonna distribute. Again, temping pressure. Just be consistent. So this is 23 grams. So again, we have some space between. By the way, so this is not a double shot. This is more like triple shot because regular standard double shot, if you go to like Italy or European country, they're like more like 14-gram shot. So this is more like triple. But meantime, I'm just going to flush and warm my cup at the same time. I'm really looking forward to this shot here. Okay, I'm really looking forward to it. Again. Here we go. All right, let's give it a shot here. Get my little dandy lights. Do the same thing, about 5-6 second pre-infusion. Okay. Hopefully it's gonna come together. There we go. So as you can see, we see some channeling there to the side. Shot looks good so far. I'm looking for 40 gram, more like 42, 43, yeah. There we go. Man, look at that. That looks pretty good, I have to say, because dialing in the light roast is a little bit more challenging than darker roast. So, all right. So let's give it a try here. Again, it's not as dark as the Uganda earlier. So this one is definitely darker, but this one is much lighter, but has a beautiful crema as well. So let's give it a try on this one. So again, so whenever I drink espresso, I'm thinking about the tasting notes, and I'm just gonna wash my spoon. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to kind of like think about the flavor, and hopefully I'm dialing in, okay? Dialing the right tasting notes. Man, I can smell the blackberry. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it. Cheers, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. Cheers. Wow. Okay. This is really good. I mean, if you guys like different type of flavor in your espresso, because some people love that, you know, dark chocolatey flavor, okay, that, you know, dark chocolatey flavor, like nutty. I mean, but something like this, very light, bright, and then you can actually taste something completely different. Man, again, I'm not a big fan of drinking espresso straight up, but once you dial it in just right, man, this is fantastic. Okay, just just completely different. So we are talking about machine from here, coffee from Breville machine, and I don't know what's the big difference between this $700 machine versus, let's say, you know, $10,000 coffee machine from specialty coffee shop. I'm not sure, but it doesn't taste like this, okay? Because I've been to many coffee shops in Tucson, you know, various coffee shops throughout the States, but whenever I order, you know, their espresso, sometimes it's not quite dialed in. So, I mean, again, let me know in the comment section, okay? Let me know in the comment section that tell us about your favorite espresso experience if you have it, and then also what kind of coffee beans you're using at home, and then just let me know in the comment section. So in that case, maybe I'll go out there, find the beans, and then maybe dial it in, and then hopefully we can taste the same flavor. Let's see here. We got some super chats this morning. I saw Mary and Mike, and also it's Dane too. Did I saw Dane's name?
And John.
John Ferris. Great.
Dane did too.
Man, Dan, you did too. Man,
He's really supporting the channel.
Man, you got Linda as well.
Linda, thank you, Linda.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, again, the super chat and like super sticker, I'm planning on set that aside. Okay, I'm planning on using that money to get us this channel E61 group, because I have a standard group, a standard 15 millimeter at my shop. Okay, I have a Rancheria Sylvia, has PID built in, and then E61 is another, you know, espresso machine out there. So I'm planning on getting one of those hopefully this year, because I'm trying to kind of set budget below $2,000 level, because yes, there is a lot nicer machines out there over 2,000, but 2 grand is kind of like the maximum, okay? Maximum of people, I mean, most people owns, you guys are watching my channel, most likely you have this, Barista Pro or Barista Express. That's a lot of money, okay, for us. But the pushing to like over, I think 15 to 2 grand, kind of like give us a good idea where we can go, okay? So I think that's my plan. Let's see.
Dane has shared something.
Okay, so Dane has some share something here.
Because of competition, roasters in Melbourne are super protective of their reputation and enjoy their coffees dialed in correctly at every cafe. They ensure the cafe should know how their coffee should taste.
Okay, so Dane made a great point in Melbourne, in Australia. Because in Australia, you know what? Dane sent us quite a few coffee beans over the years. Man, their coffee is not the same as buying from local roasters because, like Dane mentioned about the chat room, they protect their reputation. So whenever you order their cafe, every shot, they really, cares about their shots. But whenever I go to the coffee shop in even Flagstaff, I know some of you saw my videos, the Flagstaff or even Tucson as well, those coffee shop scenes. Their baristas it's not the same barista from Melbourne or real specialty coffee shops baristas. Don't get me wrong, they are doing fine job. But again, it's not the same coffee from, so I'm trying to say nicely, but yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same because it's all about who's behind the counter, behind the machine. And if you're lucky enough to get, really good baristas behind the counter, man, it's gonna be treat. Okay, it's gonna be treat. But again, the great thing about having your own machine at home, you're going to make your own coffee just where you like. So I mean, by the way, just let me know in the comment section one more time. Just let me know what is your favorite espresso experience you have. Please let me know. It'd be really fun to read it.
Let's see.
Okay. We have some question here.
So Mary says pro. She likes the pro.
Okay, Mary likes the pro. Okay, Mary likes the Barista Pro. The Barista Pro and Barista Express, they are even though they're same machine, but two different machines, two completely different technology. So this one uses a thermojet for Pro and thermoblock for Barista Express. But I love the Barista Express. You can turn it on, it's gonna stay on for a long time. So you're gonna heat up the group pad and also grab the warming tray as well. But Barista Pro, after like 10 minutes, shuts off. So it never gets hot. So make sure whenever you are using the Barista Pro, just do some couple dummy shots before. So you're gonna get the best results.
And Darren says beans from Belfast Coffee Roasters, best mid-roasted beans he's had.
So Darren mentioned about the Belfast coffee roaster. Okay, I need to check it out.
And
Belfast coffee roaster. Okay, good.
Brian says, I would say 3K is the upper limit for people I know around
Yep.
Weston, Florida.
Yeah. So who mentioned about the $3,000 range? Brian mentioned about 3 grand is you know what? I think you might be right. Okay, because this machine is about $800 with the built-in grinder. So they are pretty good price range there. But once you graduate from this one, the next level is more like heat exchange or dual boiler, and then you need to match that with a good grinder. So I mean, I think that 3 grand is kind of like the combined price. 3 grand might be the max. Because a decent grinder, you're looking at between $500 and $800 range there. And then decent coffee machine, you are looking at around 15 to 2 grand. So yeah, 3 grand should be the max. Again, that's still a huge investment. I think that's the reason why it is really good entry level machine to start with, like Barista Breville machine. So if this is something you guys like to do. And also like Gaza Classic Pro, let's not forget that as well. Or eventually a Sylvia, the entry level model. That's also a fantastic. So yeah, but it's only a handful of machines, but start with. But once you like it, and then you need to get a good grinder, and yeah, just make sure go with the heat exchanger or dual boiler. Okay, from this.
Dane says basically if your cafe doesn't dial in properly or represent the coffee roaster well, they'll stop supplying you. So that
Wow.
creates a real strong culture.
Wow. So I mean, the Dane just mentioned about the culture in Australia, and if your cafe doesn't up to their standard, the coffee roaster is not supplying with their coffee beans. That's very interesting, man. It's not like that here in
He
Tucson.
said because there's so many roasters that competition is strong and reputation's everything.
But again, I mean, it's kind of like the competition, the breeds that higher quality, and so it's not. I mean, most times if you go to like Starbucks or local coffee shops, I mean, we usually order latte or some kind of milk-based drink, because not many of us in this country. Okay, I don't know about. I know this town. Most times they drink milk-based drinks, so you don't get to experience the specialty side of the coffee. So, I mean, I think we're not there yet in this country. I don't Australia or UK definitely, but this country, we are at least a couple years behind, perhaps. Could be like 3 to 5 years.
In Tucson, anyway.
I mean,
There's probably other
especially Tucson.
Yeah.
I say at least 5 years behind. We have about a couple coffee shops here. Yeah, I think we are a little behind the time.
Another viewer says, my first week of espresso making was about the same quality as Starbucks. Now my espresso is better than anything I've tasted at a local coffee shop.
So again, one of our viewers just mentioned, once you understand the coffee machine, the Breville machine, even Breville machine, you are going to make the better shot than any other local coffee shops, okay? Because like local coffee shop in Tucson, I mean, they have one blend, okay, the house blend for their milk-based drink or espresso, and then pretty much it, unless you ask for their specialty coffee. So it's hard to get the coffee you guys want. Once you start off with making coffees, you want to try different type of coffee beans and different roasters. Just experiment, and then just have fun. Just have fun with it.
Brian shares that he had a breakthrough coffee experience at a coffee shop in Houston called Catalina Coffee.
Okay, so Brian has some breakthrough experience at the Catalina Coffee in Houston.
The most incredible cup I ever had, and started his true love and investment.
Wow.
Of coffee.
But again, it's all about the barista. Okay, I mean, if you have lucky enough to having a great coffee experience, you may change your life. Okay, you may change your life. I think
he said try Amaya or AMAYA roasting.
Okay,
Amaya.
Amaya roasting. Okay,
Coffee roasting.
I'm looking into that as well. Again, there's a fantastic coffee roasters anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. So it's just a matter of finding it, and then just make sure it's dialed in properly. Okay.
Ice Wolfie shares what he likes about Lillet Bianca is that you can change the pressure while it's brewing. So if the coffee's too fine, you can adjust the pressure and make good coffee, vice versa. I mean,
again, so Lillet Bianca comes up regularly nowadays. So because Lillet Bianca is fantastic coffee machine. I know quite a few people have one. I know Dane got one, and yeah, I mean, they have it's called a pressure profile. So you can, during the shot, you can actually adjust the pressure so you can get a pretty much great shot every time. That's about $3,000, okay, $3,000 range there. So.
And he said if you pulled that same shot, it would be ruined in an Espresso Pro.
Yep. So again, so it's all about the machine out there. But so because before I was really thinking about getting the like Lydia Mini, like La Marzocco, but once you're starting to get it more and more, unless if you're planning on opening up a little coffee shop, I go with the Lydia Mini. But I mean, if it's a home use, you have a lot of options now. Okay, a lot of options. Okay, are we good this morning or?
And Mike says if you're in Southern California or San Francisco, espresso is a big deal. They both have large Italian communities.
Okay, so Mike mentioned about Southern California has a really great Italian community, so their espresso should be really good. Because anyway, if you go to Italy, they don't give you 40-gram shots or 50-gram shots. It's more like 30-gram shots at the most, because they're using like 14-gram baskets, 13 or 14, so it's gonna be under 30 gram. So that's why they're just drink and that's it. Okay.
And Darren says,
We got Darren has more comments.
he said he thought Costa coffee was good until he bought a Breville Express, and my latte kicks Costa's butt.
Yep.
I guess that's a Costa.
Sure. Costco?
Costa.
Costa coffee.
I think it's a,
Yep.
yeah. And Linda says she started loving coffee when they visited Switzerland.
Okay, so Linda mentioned about the Switzerland. You know what? Again, the European has really good coffees over there. So. Anyway, by the way, so I hope you guys like this format. Okay, this format for live streaming, because I mean, my goal for my live streaming is all about the kind of like unedited, see the like raw footage. So you get to see, you get to experience what really feels like using coffee machines. Okay, because again, I mean, sometimes we are kind of like romanticized about making coffee in the morning. It's not like watching a Instagram page or the YouTube channel. All the morning routines, beautiful sound. No. So hopefully this video helps.
Ice Wolfie asks, are you planning to open up a little coffee shop?
Ice Wolfie say, am I planning on opening up the coffee shop? No, because I already have a computer shop in Tucson. Owning a coffee shop is a different story. No, it's not fun. Okay, nothing fun about opening up a coffee shop there. Okay.
Andre says,
You got Andre has comments.
in Montreal, Italian cafes are serious about their espresso and
Okay.
it's excellent.
Maybe Montreal has really good coffee. Again, I mean, to Southwest, we don't have a lot of Italian community here. I think we only have about 2,000 Korean of us. I mean, so 2,000 people. Small, it's about 1 million people in population. Not a lot of Italians here, so yeah. So comes to coffee culture, it's not the best. It's not the best.
And then Oren says he has a Gaga Valeska
Okay.
automatic espresso machine.
Okay, we have Oren has the automatic machine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but automatic machine, they use the pressurized baskets, so it's not the same. The shot quality still looks great. Don't get me wrong, that's still better than any other coffee shop. But yeah, I mean, if you want to really experience the good espresso, definitely you want to use a non-pressurized basket. So.
Which coffee beans do you recommend?
Which coffee beans do I? You know what? That is a loaded question. Okay, there's no. I mean, I haven't tried. I try a lot of coffee beans, but it's different. Okay, because your taste is not the same as my taste, and it's all dependent on what you like. But if you're new to the espresso machine, if I were to get a big bag of like Costco coffee beans, start practice. Okay, start dialing in just right, and then go to like local coffee shop, and then try their espresso. And if you like it, get a bag of those, because if not, you're gonna waste a lot of money to dial in, you know, good coffee. So I waste pounds of coffee when I start making coffee. So yeah, I definitely recommend you to just practice first, and then spend money on coffee beans.
And David Lee says if you ever visit Los Angeles and you want good espresso, he would go to Copa Vida and or Verve.
Oh, LA has Copa Vida and okay,
They have lots of
yeah.
great coffee.
You know what? I mean, not the cartel, Intelligentsia, I think it's Los Angeles, I think. They make some really, really good coffees there as well. Intelligentsia has some really good coffee. So yeah, we do have some good coffee in this country, but you have to look for it. Okay, I think, are we good?
Yes.
I think we are good this morning. It was a lot of fun this morning. Okay, talking about espresso. I'm gonna shout out to all my friends doing the super chat and super sticker. It's a lot of fun. So tomorrow morning, we figure something out. Okay, talk about something else. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well because I've been taking you guys up to Sabino Canyon, right next to my house here. So we do some morning walk, I show you the nature scenes, kind of like behind the scene, what we talk about that day. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. We're gonna have some fun. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning.